6 a.m. and we're leaving Temporal. Thanks so much for everything. Highly recommend it to anyone who needs a place to stay in Patagonia. Now a mile and a half road walk into town, eat breakfast, and then continue on the trail. Waiting for the gathering grounds to open here in Patagonia. Lovely little town. Okay, little road walk out of Patagonia. And now we're back on a connector trail that parallels the highway until we meet back up and we're on one Arizona trail again. And here we go. So I just had to apply for a permit to use this trail. I didn't know I had to, but I did it online, so everything's squared away. All right, a few details about last night. It got down to about, well, I guess it was supposed to be high 20s outside the tent. Inside the tent, it got down to 34, so I didn't have to pack anything away in my sleeping bag to keep it from freezing. That was good. Coyotes several times. Once so loud it just woke me up with a start. And then about 4:30 this morning, something was walking around out there and got the roosters and dogs excited, and so I just decided to get up. But what a lovely place, Temporal. Highly recommend it to anybody going through. And the walk into Patagonia was nice. And now just a few miles to go on this rail bed trail that's a connector that'll take us back up to the main trail. It's a lovely cool morning, not too hot to walk, not too cold now that it's a little later. Had chorizo and eggs, fried potatoes and a big tortilla, 3 cups of coffee at the gathering grounds, and I am fortified, ready to hike on. Back to the Arizona Trail main passage. This appears to be a fuel nacelle dropped off an aircraft a long time ago. And you can still see the pipe fixtures inside. And everything just grew around it. Wild. And now we have bones scattered all the way up the hill. Somebody had a nice... If you look back through all those layers of hills and mountains, the darkest ones at the very back, there's a little bit of snow on those mountains to the left, at the very back, and that's where I came from. That was Miller, day one. Making some progress. Over there you can see the fuel nacelle on the side of the hill. And we're headed this way. Well, trail's not been too difficult coming out of Patagonia. Rejoined the AZT proper, and it's been all through these rolling hills, just contouring back and forth over them for miles. Next water's in about 5 miles, and sounds like a pleasant place to maybe take our next stop. It's been a beautiful day, and the birds are starting to pick up in intensity. There's some very interesting calls going on. I just can't capture them on the phone. Hope to share them with you in the future. All right, see you down the trail. There are colonies of these little yucca just everywhere here. It's about 20 till 3, and I've made it to Temporal Gulch. Has some nice water here. And look, a perfectly butt-shaped sitting rock. So that was very cool. While I was sitting back there, Stargate showed up. I had stayed with him last night in Terrasol, and then Accountant showed up, the guy I met the first day, and then a car pulled by with a guy I had breakfast with this morning, Corey. He's a retired farmer, big outdoorsman, and his family and the dog came by, and got to see them. They're just on this dirt road passing the creek. It was amazing. And they said that they saw Spirit Kick and Bald Eagle up ahead. Spirit Kick I stayed with last night, had pizza with at Velvet Elvis, and Bald Eagle I had breakfast with, the second guy I had breakfast with. another hiker. They're both ahead, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. This is one rocky trail. Okay, halfway up the mountain, beautiful view, and I think I found a campsite. It's flat. There's easy access to the woods in case I need to. Although it's right on the road, I don't know who's going to drive up here, so I don't care. It's kind of like one I nabbed on the PCT. This will do it. This will be camp for the night. Serenity Shuttle has landed trail mile 68.1, which means we did about a 21-mile day today, including at the end of it, on a 1,200-foot climb. We've got another 800 in the morning to get up to the total 2,000 to the high point and then start down again. The last little bit through Temporal Canyon, it kind of sounds like the Bermuda Triangle, like you're going to wake up 300 years from now or something, but I think we crossed that beautiful little creek 10 times down there before we started climbing a very, very steep jeep trail. Very vertical, but the campsite is worth it. We're up here with a mountain view. You got the woods right behind us. And as always, the Arizona clouds are just amazing. A couple things I saw that I didn't get recorded, you know, in addition to all the wonderful cacti and plant life and mountains and rock formations and creeks and things, is I saw a white-tailed deer kicked up right in front of me but was gone before I could get the camera out. And then I saw it had a very short tail, so I think it was a gopher, a ground squirrel that had a very short tail. And it crossed the path in front of me, and then 5 tiny baby ones were following it, and it was the cutest thing ever. But I couldn't get the camera out in time, so I missed it. Sorry, I couldn't. I just got to tell you about it. Yeah, so starting off with a big breakfast and heading up on top of a mountain at the end of the day is fabulous. Thank you for sauntering with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.